We're back on the Gold Coast at another site revisit to check on the floating deck built over a year ago using TuffBlock. Just like one of our previous videos, the pool deck, we want to know how TuffBlocks hold up over time. 5 to 10 years would be more ideal, but seeing its condition after 4 seasons in southeast Queensland gives us a better understanding of how a floating deck performs. We caught up with the homeowner Chris to get his thoughts.
We just wanted to build something which is sort of just off the ground, so we didn't want to have anything too high because the fences here aren't too high. We don't want to be looking over the neighbours. So using the TuffBlocks, we could have something quite low, so just basically the height of the TuffBlock with a small joist and Merbu hardwood over the top. So the TuffBlocks were great because you went from soiled area over onto the concrete, you know, and it's a smooth transition. And because I've taken it out far enough, it covers over the concrete area and just sort of blends in. Well, the good thing with the TuffBlocks is that there's a bit of flexibility where you actually put them. It's been down for a year, there's been no movement whatsoever, and we've had plenty of rain here in southeast Queensland. So it's been a good result.
And so, started at the back end, got it square, and then built.
Well, it was a bit of a complication of fact because we didn't sort of realise, I didn't realise at the time, you know, you've got to build the deck parallel to the house. And the complication is, whilst that side fence is parallel to the house, the back fence goes in on an angle. Right. So we're a bit of sort of toing and froing at first. That's why it's you can see it's sort of that sweeping into it, into the fence and that. But once we sort of got our sort of orientation and our bearings right, it was pretty easy. Well, people have been surprised that, you know, with this sort of building method, because they're all used to the traditional stirrups and concreted, and you know, you got to dig all these holes and you got to put the concrete in, and then you got to let it set for, you know, a couple of days, and then you're putting bearers and joists, and at times just seems, you know, a small deck is going to take you a week, you know, rather than a weekend.
You've had a bit of rain. I can see already some rain overnight. How's it handled the?
Doesn't seem to be any problems. I've done one re-oil coat.
Yep. But you got no movement. That's what I'm saying.
No, so there's no bounce. There's no movement. Mind you, we've as you might be able to see, where we've laid the joists, they're reasonably close together. Obviously, the closer the joists are together, you get the less movement. Having the plastic blocks with the quite wide foot, it's got quite a wide footprint, I think gives it a lot more stability, and it's quite user-friendly to build with.
And you went and added lights too, I see.
Yeah. So that was another project
feature
in itself. So I've got them turned on.
This is your first deck as well.
Yeah.
You've added lights.
Yeah, so we added lights. It's good.
No,
so
hey,
I'm glad that we did it.
Because you didn't plan to do it, did you?
No, that was sort of like a last minute thing. Oh, why don't we put lights on? Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? Yeah. So it's all come up all right. And it was really a bit of a neglected area in the house for whatever reason. We'd sort of neglected it. So we wanted to sort of, you know, raise it to the same standard as the rest of the house, where we've got a nice pool and a nice undercover area. And the TuffBlocks and the Merbu decking have really done that. Now, instead of being a neglected part of the backyard, it becomes a bit of a standout area.